Welcome to the Unwritten PhD. I'm Dr. Kshitij Tiwari, and this podcast is a guide to the messy, human side of a doctoral degree that no one ever puts in a textbook.
It's not good enough. How many times a day do you say that to yourself? You've read the same paper 4 times. You've redesigned your PowerPoint deck 3 times because the shade of blue didn't feel academic enough. You have a folder on your computer named final underscore draft underscore V17 underscore actual final underscore real underscore V2 docx. We call it high standards. We call it rigor. But let's call it what it actually is, a trap. In the world of the PhD, perfectionism isn't your friend. It is the most sophisticated form of procrastination ever invented. It's the reason you have 6 months of data that hasn't been written up. It's the very reason you haven't scheduled your committee meeting yet. Today, we are going to dive deep into the psychology of the perfect. We are going to talk about the diminishing returns of polish, the 80-20 rule of research, and why being exceptional is actually the enemy of being finished. If you want to earn your PhD in this lifetime, you have to stop trying to be perfect and start being effective. In academia, we are trained to believe that the last 5% of polish is what defines us. The perfectly aligned bibliography, the zero flaw experimental setup. But if you are a PhD scholar, you need to understand the economics of effort. It takes 20% of your time to get 80% of the results. That's the Pareto principle. Most of the value of your research is in that initial 80%. But the perfectionism trap is when you spend the remaining 80% of your time chasing that last 20% of your results. In a 4-year PhD, if you spend an extra month polishing every single chapter, you've just extended your degree by a year. For what? A slightly cleaner font? I have seen brilliant researchers lose their funding because they were too afraid to publish incomplete work. Newsflash, all research is incomplete. That's why we call it future work. Why do we do it? Why are we so obsessed with perfection? Because most of us were straight A students. Our entire identity is built on the external validation of being the best. But in a PhD, there are no A's. There are no gold stars. There's only past, major revisions or minor revisions. Perfectionism is just a defense mechanism. If I never submit the work, I can never be told it's wrong. If I keep polishing it, I can maintain the illusion that I am perfect. This is where you have to transition from the student mindset to the researcher mindset. A researcher knows that their work only has value when it is available to the community. A perfect paper sitting on your hard drive or on your desk is worth exactly 0 citations. Coming up, I'm going to share my triage for text, the exact checklist I use to know when a draft is ready to be sent, even when my brain is screaming that it is garbage. But first, let's talk about iterative excellence. Excellent work doesn't start excellent. It starts messy. It starts as a shitty first draft. The breakthrough happens in the revisions, not the first attempt. But you can't revise something that doesn't even exist yet. Perfectionists try to do the revisions while they are writing. It's like trying to drive a car while someone is constantly slamming on the brakes. You won't get anywhere like this. You'll burn out the engine and also your brakes at the same time. Here is your new unwritten rule. Done is better than perfect and submitted is better than done. Execution over elegance. Next time you're stuck on a paragraph or a figure, I want you to ask yourself, if I sent this exactly as it is right now, would it change the core conclusion of the paper? If the answer is no, move on. If the answer is maybe, send it to a peer for a quick 5-minute lookup. Stop being your own worst bottleneck. We have looked at the trap of perfectionism, how it's actually a shield for our own insecurity. We talked about the diminishing returns of effort and the need to trade perfect for published. Academic rigor does not mean being slow. It means being precise where it matters and fast where it doesn't. I want you to take one piece of near finished work, be it a draft, a figure, a piece of code, and I want you to send it for feedback today. Don't polish it for another hour. Just send it. Don't overthink it. Experience the discomfort of being unfinished. That discomfort is the very sound of your PhD actually moving forward. Stop polishing. Start producing. I'll catch you in the next one.
If you are a current or aspiring PhD scholar or a beginner in the world of robotics, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow this podcast diligently. You won't want to miss what we have in store for you. This has been the Unwritten PhD. See you in another episode.